Welcome back to the channel and the final instalment of our Italy vlogs. This week we move from the north to the south of Lake Garda. We end up on a really fantastic campsite and explore yet more historic coastal shores. We just arrived on site. I'm hot, I want to get changed and I can't get in.
Good morning. We survived. We made it back from the restaurant, obviously. So today is a travel day. And then, yeah, we're traveling to the south of the lake. So we need to go and check out. And we've got no idea where we're going. We need to get wrapped up here and get back on the road.
Hi, let's go.
Alright, let's take a look at our weather forecast today.
Today's forecast, a lot of sunshine, blue skies, marine clouds. Just a perfect day to go outside and relax. That's your forecast. We'll be right back.
Yeah, sunny days, sunny days, sunny days. No clouds in the sky, but again.
We're heading to Lazise with nowhere booked. This is a gamble that could go either way.
We've arrived at municipal camping, which has got quite good reviews, but it says that it is fully booked, which is a shame because it's right on the harbour, but we'll see. Right, we're leaving here because the queue has not moved at all, so we're going to go and try campsite number 2.
We jumped back on the Park for Night app. Hello.
Hi, do you have any spaces?
Sorry, but no.
No?
You can try in Camping Belvedere
Yeah.
or in Camping Lido.
Thank you.
We took the gentleman's recommendation and headed further out of town to check out Camping Belvedere.
They had a pitch for us.
What's happened?
Right, we just arrived on site. I'm hot, I want to get changed and I can't get in. I can't get in the bathroom and the bedroom. Like, it's not even funny. I want to get changed. It's fair to say we were both quite hot and irritable by this stage, so the following was a heartfelt thank you from me for Ricky quite forcibly fixing the door.
The door is fine. Right, say thank you.
Thank you.
Dora fancied a quiet afternoon in the shade, out the sun. So I'm off to explore on my own. So, a bit of a rarity, so I'm going to go to the local bus stop and go and explore. Oh, there's the bus. Rubbish. Okay. So the bus is behind me, I believe. So, he's stopping. Perfect. Okay, we made it onto the bus. It's cool in here, which is so nice. Lovely driver, just pulled over. I don't think that was a bus stop, but anyway, we're on the bus. I think we're going the right way. Happy days. We're off the bus. No idea where we are, so better get my Google Maps out and work out which way to go, because there's no point just walking, right? Peschiera del Garda was built by the Venetians in the 16th century to defend the southern edge of Lake Garda. It's known for its perfect star-shaped fortress design, and it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So apparently I'm walking on onto 3 little islands now, so you can see behind there's the water and the other side. So yeah, these are 3 little islands that look quite interesting, and I think the port is around this side as well, so we'll have a wander and see what we can find. The whole town is surrounded by canals and historic walls. So you don't really feel like you go between the islands until you get to the water behind me. And then you can see those walls, I presume they were old defence walls that separate the islands. It feels really friendly, it's got a lovely vibe to it. After all that walking, it was time for a coffee. Yes please, right. All we need to do now is find the bus stop, and we are laughing. Right, we found a bus stop. I'm not entirely sure it's the bus stop, but we've got 4 minutes until the bus arrives, so we'll find out then. Fingers crossed. Not a bad drop of coffee as well. Okay, we're back on the bus. It was a couple of minutes late. Hopefully it's the right bus. It looks like we're going the right way. Unfortunately, I was hoping to get back for a dip in the pool. It closes at 6, or 26 minutes. Don't think I'm going to make it. Well, that's a result. Managed to get off at the right stop as well. I'm almost like a local, but 17:53. That says to me, too late for the pool. Good morning from the bus stop here at Lake Garda. This is how we play the game these days, isn't it?
Buses, boats, all fine.
Anything beginning with B, and we're all about it. Yeah, we're waiting for our next bus to catch our next boat. We have come up trumps with the campsite we've got, haven't we?
It's absolutely third time lucky yet again.
Yeah, it really is. And later on, when we get back, I'll take you on a tour, because the facilities, probably the best we've had on this trip, I would say.
Absolutely astounding for the price. It's almost 3 nights for the price of one.
Yeah, so we're happy with that. And sometimes things do just work out for the best, and yeah, this one certainly has.
Whilst we wait for the bus, I would also say that by not booking, yes, it does take a little bit more time to find a campsite, but you can find some little gems, and also you've got more flexibility, because if you book in advance, you have to book about 3 or 4 nights, and you can be a little bit overcommitted if you want to move on. So although it does sort of maybe waste an hour trying to find a site, it can really pay off.
But we'll give you a tour a bit later on. We're still waiting, and one thing to note is the Italian timekeeping on the bus's front is very, very much ish. Definitely don't rely on it. It's now 23 minutes past 9. The bus should have been at 10 past 9, and myself and Dora, we're still just waiting.
The bus to Lazise finally came, and our next stop was the ferry to Sirmione.
Alle spicca. Good.
It's just typical. We need to make our way down to the port fairly quickly. Bear in mind we don't know where we're going, but we stumbled across quite a nice little market, which is annoying because it would be quite good to have a look round. Hey ho. 2 o'clock. Thank you. Perfect. So we've got the ticket. Luckily we did select the right harbour because there's 2. So we have 20 minutes until the sail. We have 20 minutes until we catch the boat. So time for a quick coffee. Dora's taken us into a castle. Okay, we're going to go to the top?
Yes, all the way to the top before it gets too hot.
She's just downloading the tour. How long is it going to take?
40 minutes, or well, that's just down at the app.
40 minutes. Unbelievable. 40 minutes in a castle. I can wrap this up in 5.
Patience is a virtue.
Dora's just informed me this is known as the Keep, and that was the home of the commander of the castle. Now this square that we're in right now is an unequal quadrilateral apparently. So what Dora's just pointed out is that every drawbridge has the foot part and the vehicle or horse and cart, and when they rise up you can see the slots in the wall where they fit.
From this wall walk we can see the dock area, and this is an irregular shape. It was built this way on purpose, and that was to protect the ships coming in and out from the currents in the lake and also the strong northerly winds, the perlay that blows in this area. And it's one of the few remaining medieval ports that actually is in its original condition, and apparently that's because it actually saw very little actual battle, and it wasn't really attacked. So here it is.
Where are you going?
Going up to the walls. We've climbed right to the top of the keep, and there's an absolutely gorgeous breeze coming down from the north, which is well needed after all those steps. Beautiful views though. So what do you think? The top of the keep.
It's high,
Yeah.
and also I'm loving the colour of the water.
I know, but how about that breeze?
Yeah, that's nice as well. So once again, Dora's been using her gluten-free app, and it's brought us to this cheeky little burger place. How's it looking?
It's looking really good. I can have any of these burgers apart from one that's got breaded chicken, so I'm very, very happy. So I'm going with the classic, and I love the fact that their classic burger comes with bacon and cheese. And that's just the classic. So yeah, happy with that.
How is it?
Absolutely lovely.
Yeah?
Brilliant burger. Bread's not bad at all, and the chips are delightful. They're absolutely gorgeous.
Good find.
Very good. Okay, you're going to try my gluten-free burger?
Right, if you're not going to eat it.
No, I'm full up. Very nice.
Okay, let's see how it compares. That's a good burger. So we've had our lunch. Now we're having a little walk to walk it off before we have our gelato, trying to find Jamaica Beach. And you know what, it looks very picturesque, but it's very busy, very, very busy.
Right at the top of Sirmione is Jamaica Beach, one of the most unique spots on Lake Garda. Instead of sand, there are smooth limestone slabs, creating shallow, clear pools where the water's calm.
As we followed the shoreline, we quickly ran out of footpath, so there's only one thing for it: the shoes had to come off.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
This is not what I had in mind. I'm wading in a lake. I'm wearing a dress. And I'm calf deep in a lake, carrying my shoes, trying not to fall over on my bottom, frankly. And all he's doing is watching me. Look, that's not very helpful, dear. Oh!
Put your camera down and start walking.
Oh!
Just swim.
Swim!
Yeah.
We renamed our channel The Hills Explore for a reason. Could be in Australia.
Well, because how far we've walked. Yeah, okay, I'll admit it. It was a more challenging route than I'd bargained for.
Jungle, we have got new species.
You okay?
No.
Down here in the humid lowlands, there's absolutely nothing to limit the growth of plants.
Just above sits the Roman villa, known since the Renaissance as Grotte di Catullo, dating back to the Augustan age and named for their cave-like appearance.
So Dora didn't want to go back through the water, taking all the shoes off and all that malarkey. So we've just walked the other way through a lovely olive grove, but it's steep. It's steep. So I think we're working ourselves up for a gelato.
I think that's this way.
This way then.
Let's see what the temperature is. I reckon that says about 30, just over 30 degrees. It's quite crazy that they still drive through these tiny little streets. They have some sort of traffic light system. Let's get the motorhome through there.
Yeah, we could shoe on.
Yeah, easy.
Right, we made it back down. We made it back. And we've got one scoop, absolutely huge. What have you got?
I've got one scoop of mint chocolate chip with a gluten-free cone. They've got a gluten-free cone.
And I've got tiramisu because when in Italy, why not? And also we're quite happy for a bit of shade because it's roasting today. What is it?
It's 31 degrees.
Is it?
There's a thermometer over there.
31 redders. Anyway, we're going to enjoy these.
Arrivederci. Finished a very delicious pair of ice creams. We have to say there must be more ice cream parlours per square foot here than anywhere else in the land, surely.
Literally every person walking around is eating the biggest ice cream or gelato or whatever you can possibly imagine. And every time you think you've seen the biggest one, someone walks along with a bigger one. Like I've always said, there's always someone with a bigger one than you.
They are huge ice creams here, absolutely delicious.
The choice of flavours is almost endless.
Gluten-free as well, and then milk-free ones and all sorts.
And there's lots of dogs apparently, but it's busy. It's ramo-jamo here.
You like ice cream?
Yeah, so all the
Sirmione.
streets are really narrow, which is super pretty, but it means everybody is mega congested and funneled into small streets. So they've got some wicked little dust carts as well, which are super narrow to fit down the tiny streets. It's the little things in life that keep me entertained, it really is. We need to head back to the airport to board our boat. It looks like everybody and their mate has decided to go back on the same boat as us. So once again, it's Sergio Ramos. But we're heading back, that's the main thing. Straight off the boat, couldn't be easier. It's a 4 or 5 minute walk from the boat to the bus stop, which is behind me, and as luck would have it, a bus should be here in the next 2 minutes.
Yeah, but we're on Italian time.
Yeah,
so
we do know how reliable the Italian timetable is, so anytime in the next 3 hours we should be back. But in terms of ease,
Really
very
easy.
straightforward. Literally 2 roads and we're here. Right, we're definitely on Italian time. It's 9 minutes past the scheduled time. I'm glad I went up that hill at pace.
I'm not, because I could do with a natural break, and standing next to this water fountain is not helping.
And once again, the bus finally arrived on Italian time. We made it back, then we had an early night. Good morning, and what a lovely morning it's turning out to be as well. Last day here on site, and so we've decided to have a pool day, nice and chilled, before we start our journey back to the UK tomorrow. So I thought I'd show you around the campsite quickly because the facilities here are fantastic. So you've got a mixture of accommodation. You've got some little bungalows. Obviously you've got your touring pitches, and there's some chalets as well right down on the front overlooking the lake. For anyone who's not been out, obviously the sites out here aren't the same as back in the UK. So if you're used to the caravan and motorhome club sites or anything like that, which are very spacious, let's be honest, they're not like that out here. You are crammed in fairly close. None of this 6 metres apart rule, but there's a variety of pitches here, something for every shape and size vehicle. So just along here you've got the outdoor washing facilities, baby change facilities, chemical toilet waste, ladies facilities, we've got laundrette facilities down here, sinks for washing, some machines. Okay, then we have loads of facilities. You've got toilets all the way down on the left, and on the right there all the showers. The shower cubicles are nice and big, plenty of room. Anyway, time for a shower. Shower done. That's one of a number of shower blocks on site, so you're never short of a shower. So here you've got reception. The most helpful people, genuinely really helpful, really knowledgeable, everything you need in there. These guys work really hard. One of them was telling me yesterday that from March, I think he said, right through until October, they work 7 days, no days off whatsoever, and then through the winter they get weekends off, and they just mainly do repairs to the site. It's not busy, but yeah, from March to October, 7 days a week. Really hard working, but really helpful. And round the back of reception we have all your recycling and your waste, and what's good to see is they do separate everything out into all your different recyclables. We also have the on-site restaurant slash cafe with some lovely tables at the front here with an amazing view of the lake.
Not forgetting the well-stocked on-site market. It had literally everything.
Right, time for a coffee I think. The one last thing I do need to show you is the pool area, but we'll be heading up there. That's open 11 until 6. So once it's open and the sun is out, Dora and I, assuming she's up, will be heading that way. So I'll show you the pool then.
A little while later,
literally got the whole pool to myself. So the big question now is, where am I going to sit? The weather is absolutely toasty, and I've just been and booked one more night on this site, so we've got an extra 24 hours, and let me tell you, this pool is not heated. I'm not even joking when I tell you it takes your breath away. Right, back to my sunbed.
We'd stretched our time in Lake Garda to the absolute limit, and by adding an extra night, we had to then drive all the way back to Calais, 1,261 kilometres to be precise, in just one day, so that we could catch the Eurotunnel the following morning at 9 AM.
Very, very glamorous. There's little over there. This is the back of the Carrefour. Mr. Hill's got us here like a trooper. Done quite a bit of driving in the last couple of days, shall we say?
Just a little bit.
and we got here just nicely in time. First call for boarding is in 4 minutes, so perfect timing. Thank you for watching, and we hope you've enjoyed our little trip back to Italy. We've got more European travel coming up later this year, and next week's vlog could mean huge changes.